Hi everybody, how's it going? Okay, so today I'm planning to make a pumpkin gnocchi. Okay, um, gnocchi is something that I absolutely love. We normally make it with potatoes, but I have a bunch of pumpkin from the fridge. I don't want to make like a sambar out of it. I'm not in the mood for that. I wanted to do something interesting. I made a pumpkin soup a couple of weeks back, sometime during the beginning of the lockdown, but I was just looking for something different. And so we're just going to get started with this. It's quite simple, but the thing with the pumpkin gnocchi is it'll be better if you can make the dough and shape it and everything and then put it in the freezer like overnight, so when it's time for you to eat it, you can blanch it and toss it in your sauce. It's more stable. It won't fall apart, because at the end of the day we're trying to get that dough right, without it all breaking. So that's my only tip, but otherwise maybe you can just cool it and properly, like in the fridge, or even put it in the freezer for like a few hours before you can cook it, if you can't do it overnight. Okay, I'll see you. Okay guys, so this pumpkin is out of the oven. Now I'm just going to put it in the blender and make a puree out of it. Hi guys, I just wanted to show you how amazing the weather is, and we're now going to make our pumpkin gnocchi. So this is refined flour. There's some salt and pepper in it. This is pumpkin puree, okay, and this is 1 egg. So we're just going to make a dough out of this now. Okay, so now we've got our flour. We're just going to put it onto our surface. Just make sure the surface is nice and clean before you use it. Okay, we're making a well, okay, and then we put in our pumpkin puree. Okay, now we're just going to kind of bring it together. It's quite a messy affair, but it will come together, so just have some patience. Okay guys, so I've got a dough that's become cohesive and nice and yellow. Now we're going to basically roll it out. Okay, so we've got some flour dusted on the surface, and just make like a cylinder out of it. You want to make a nice long like a pipe. Okay, if you feel like it's too much, you can cut off one bit and just do the other bit. Okay, so what we're going to do once we kind of make a cylinder out of this is we're going to create small pillows. Okay, so gnocchi, if any of you have eaten it, they're really small, cute little pillows of like normally potato and flour. But here we're doing pumpkin because I have pumpkin in my fridge. Okay, so I'm just going to cut. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Authentically, there is something called a gnocchi board, which is basically like a wooden board with ridges, so you can kind of shape your gnocchi. So you get these nice lines on the gnocchi which hold the sauce onto the gnocchi. It doesn't kind of slide off. But if you don't have a gnocchi board, you can use your fork. Okay, so you flour your fork and then you just press a little bit. So okay, so that's how it's going to look. But I'm just going to do the plain and simple ones. Okay, so we've got these little pillows. So what we're going to do is basically put some flour. Okay, so I've got like a box that we're going to put in the freezer tonight. Okay, so we've got these gnocchis. I'm just going to place it in and freeze it overnight so that it's easy to cook tomorrow. Okay guys, so this is how I've arranged it. I've got another layer at the bottom. Okay, just make sure they're not touching each other so that when they freeze you know, by themselves, and I'll show you the other part in a bit. Hi guys, okay, so the pumpkin gnocchi has been in the freezer for the last 24 hours or so, and now we're kind of ready for dinner. So I'm just going to show you how we can finish this off. So right now we have to have two things ready. Okay, one is a big pot of boiling water, and two is to have like a pan with butter. So we're going to do a brown butter sauce. It's one of my favorite sauces, really simple. You can add any herb to it to get it like nice and flavorful. So normally people add sage. I don't have sage, so I'm going to add some basil. If you don't have any dry basil, then any dry herbs also will do. Okay, so now let's get to it. Okay, so we've got our pot of boiling water. Be generous with the salt because that's what's going to keep the pumpkin nice and flavored. And now I'm just going to add in our frozen pumpkin. Okay, so now what you need to be aware of is that once the pumpkin rolls up to the top, that means it's actually cooked. But now since it's still at the bottom, we're just going to wait for it to cook. Okay guys, so as you can see, the gnocchi has all risen to the top. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just put it into our pan of butter. Okay, so since we're doing a brown butter sauce, very simple. So we've got some basil. Okay, so we're just going to put the basil in. The butter has to come to like a slightly melted, more brown stage. So this is, as you can see, we've got it to that. So the milk solids will start to basically turn like a brownish color. Okay guys, so this is done. You can see the butter is nice and brown here. So now we're just going to plate it. I've got a plate in front of me.